We often think of ancient Egypt as one uniform, single civilization. However, in reality, the ancient Egyptian civilization was composed of several different dynasties and kingdoms that ruled over the course of thousands of years, from approximately 5000 BCE to 1000 BCE. At first, the region of Egypt, which is centered around the Nile River, was composed of several kingdoms. One kingdom ruled in the north, called Lower Egypt, and another in the south, called Upper Egypt. The naming corresponds to the flow of the Nile, which flows north. Eventually, Egypt was united by its first dynasty, the Menes, at approximately 3200 BCE and established its capital at Memphis. They ruled for centuries until they collapsed around 2800 BCE. After the fall of the Menes, the three most important eras of ancient Egypt emerge: the Old Kingdom, the Middle Kingdom, and the New Kingdom. The Old Kingdom arose at approximately 2680 BCE and lasted until approximately 2180 BCE. When one hears of ancient Egypt, they often think of the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx. These structures were built during the Old Kingdom period. The Step Pyramid was commissioned by King Djoser. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the most magnificent of all, by King Khufu. The second largest pyramid and the Sphinx were commissioned by King Khafre. Even though the ancient Egyptian civilization spanned over thousands of years and contained many different kingdoms and dynasties, if one could select one symbol to represent all of it, it would be the pyramids of Giza. It has stood through the test of time, weathered the conquest of many armies, floods, and plagues. Eventually, after the death of King Pepi II, the Old Kingdom collapsed into smaller kingdoms for about 100 years until the rise of the Middle Kingdom at approximately 2050 BCE, where it was reunited by a new dynasty. This new dynasty expanded Egyptian territory into Kush and Nubia and also built a canal to connect the Nile to the Red Sea. This greatly expanded trade between the regions of Egypt, East Africa, and Arabia. The Middle Kingdom period lasted until approximately 1650 BCE, where it fell after being conquered by the Hyksos from Western Asia. The Hyksos were able to conquer Egypt due to their superior technology, such as bronze weapons, horse-drawn chariots, compound bows, and advanced fortification techniques. The Hyksos ruled for about 100 years until 1550 BCE, where the Egyptian prince Ahmose used the Hyksos tactics against them and ended up overthrowing them. The beginning of Ahmose's rule also marked the beginning of the New Kingdom. This is the period when Egyptian rulers adopted the title of pharaoh, a leader with absolute power, and served as the head of their religion. The capital of Egypt during this period was Thebes, and the territory of Egypt expanded into Syria. This made Egypt grow rich through trade and tribute, and the period of greatness lasted until the rule of Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great. He is known as the last great ruler of Egypt. After his death, Egypt was plagued with weak pharaohs and invasions by neighboring civilizations such as the Assyrians, Nubians, and Persians. By around 300 BCE, Egyptians no longer ruled Egypt. Instead, it was ruled by the dynasty of Ptolemy that came to power after Alexander the Great's conquests.